In 2009, Representative Mike Bennett from Florida proposed legislation that would require anyone looking to receive unemployment benefits, Medicaid benefits, or food stamps to first submit a urine sample for drug screening. His basis behind the proposed bill was that it would protect the funds for people who really needed it and would safeguard the state from essentially paying for another person's drug habit. Today I'm going to tell you the two main issues I see with this legislation and one possible solution I think I might have come up with for this problem. The first problem I see with this legislation is obvious Fourth Amendment violations. Fourth Amendment protects people from unreasonable search and seizures and unwarranted search and seizures. By doing a blanket drug screening like this, just drug screening everyone, you're essentially saying you don't trust anyone who's applying for the system, and everyone who is, poor essentially is a drug addict. Most of the people applying for unemployment, by signing up for unemployment, are admitting that they're ready and willing to go back to work, but there simply are no jobs available for them. The majority of people are good people, and they shouldn't have to prove anything just to receive money, which most of them have already paid into the system and they're entitled to. The second issue I see that makes this kind of an unreasonable legislation is that it's really way too expensive. I understand the goal is to save money, but the amount of money you would have to spend initially is ridiculous. A Missouri paper did a study and found out that to test 1% of Missouri's population on Medicaid, it would cost roughly $100 per person, and then the state would have to spend $400 million a year. $400 million a year is a lot of money, and especially when you put it into perspective with how much they receive in federal aid money each year, it's only $426 million. So to test 1% of their population, they would have to spend almost all their federal aid money instead of giving it to families who need it to buy groceries. One solution I have for this legislation is to require anyone convicted of a previous past drug offense, whether it be trafficking or just simple possession, anyone with a record of making bad decisions involving drugs, if they want to receive any sort of financial aid, either state or federal, they should have to pass a drug test, and it should be their responsibility to pay for the drug test. That's the only case I really see where it's warranted. Anyone with a history of past drug use should be tested and should be confirmed that they are no longer on drugs before they receive any state benefits. Again, these are just my personal thoughts and beliefs. I'd be interested to hear some other people's thoughts on it, but that's how I feel. I feel it's unconstitutional at the time. When I first started making this video, I thought I was going to be completely for drug testing, but after looking into how expensive it is and just really thinking about it, it's completely changed my thoughts on it, and I hope it might have influenced a little bit of your decision. So next time you hear of this legislation being passed around, or if you have to vote on it by any chance, I just want you to really think about some of the obvious implications and kind of the slippery slope it's running as far as people's individual rights and Fourth Amendment rights. Thank you.